Tomorrow marks 20 years since the tragedy at Columbine High School. You're seeing just some of the names of those who died at Columbine and in mass shootings at schools since April 20th, 1999. Today, we pay tribute to them. And as we look back, we also remember the survivors who still carry the trauma with them every day. We first met Josh Lapp 20 years ago in an interview with 48 Hours. The magnitude of the Columbine shooting was just beginning to sink in for the then sophomore. Now Lapp tells CBS Sunday Morning correspondent Lee Cowan how he's managed to move forward with his life, even though he's never forgotten the past.
Whoever said time heals all wounds couldn't have imagined a wound as gaping as Columbine. But unlike so many tales from that day, this one begins on a happy note.
I love you briskly like an impala.
Hello?
Josh Lapp,
Hey, Jeff,
a sophomore at Columbine all those years ago, is now a husband and father of two, Stetson and JJ.
I was always looking for something good, trying to find the silver lining.
Did you find it?
I think I did. I have a happy family.
Is that outside or downstairs?
Downstairs.
Josh's dad, Randy, is also beaming. He's the proud grandfather, after all. It's a home full of light and laughter.
Are you doing okay?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
20 years ago, it was anything but.
It's hard saying that your 16-year-old son should see something that nobody should ever see. We remember that day like yesterday, or I do anyways.
It was just a day after the Columbine massacre when 48 Hours correspondent Bill Lagatuda caught up with Josh and his dad.
What did you think was happening?
I was so scared, I just ran underneath my desk.
Josh hadn't seen that interview since the day it aired.
When they first walked in, they said, "Any jocks, stand up."
His wife, Ashley, had never seen it.
It just breaks my heart for him.
It makes the tears roll again.
I know you're afraid, but what's going through your mind?
I was waiting for a sharp pain just to hit me. I would close my eyes, cross my fingers, and talk to God.
Some of it I remember, some of it I don't. The sharp pain in the side.
Why that, out of everything that happened, seems to stick out so much?
Probably because that's what I really expected.
10 students were murdered just feet away from him in Columbine's library that day. Not an experience that exactly fades.
You really didn't want to talk about it at first, right?
No, not at all. My parents kind of forced me.
Yeah, I told him if we had to take him to every counselor in the state until he found one he liked, he was going whether he wanted to or not.
Can you tell when he's gone to sort of a dark place?
Yeah, I try to check in with him a lot. I try to be proactive in giving him a safe space to talk about it.
All that talking has helped ease the past. But what about the future?
How's being a dad changed how you think about all this?
It scares me.
Just the thought of your kids going to school.
In my heart, it scares me. My brain, it tells me it's slim to, the chances of it happening are super slim, and I understand that, but my heart says, should they? I don't know if I can handle it. I honestly don't.
Gives you a sense, though, I guess, of what your dad went through that day.
Mm-hmm. I can't imagine.
You were raw then, and it's still raw.
It's your kid, it's your son. Why?
That why is still unanswered. It's never answered, really, in the wake of any mass shooting. But for all those survivors, Josh has a message.
If I can be a voice to tell them it'll get better, it'll never go away, it'll get easier, I'm willing to be that voice in some way.
No, time doesn't heal much, but it does offer perspective. For CBS This Morning, Lee Cowan, Denver.
20 years later, you still feel the pain, and he's one of the survivors.
As you point out, he's one of the survivors.
Yes.
This is what he's going through
Yeah.
still.